Hey YouTubers, Chris here, Salty Life. So it's Memorial Day weekend, Saturday. Yesterday I had a really crappy day at work. It started at 4 a.m. and ended about 8 p.m. I wasn't going to fish this weekend because sometimes the shore traffic going from where I live to the Jersey Shore is pretty crazy, especially on a holiday weekend. But since I had such a crappy day, I figured I'd venture down to Belmar, New Jersey. Here at the Belmar Marine Basin, you see, hop on a party boat and go out to Shark River, and we fished about 10 miles out into the ocean. This is what the goal is: sea bass and ling. Right, it's about 6 a.m. Saturday morning. Here we are at the Belmore Marina. If you want to know how to get here, just put in Fisherman's Den Bait and Tackle in Belmar, and it'll bring you right here. So you can see there's plenty of party boats to choose from. The one we're going to go on today is called Captain Cal 2. And it depends on what you want to target, but there's boats going out for flounder, fluke, which are the same thing, by the way, and stripers. But we're going to catch some sea bass on the Captain Cal. Interesting little factoid: summer flounder and fluke are the same fish, but depending on where you are, they are called two different terms. I would say from Long Beach Island south, it's called flounder, and from LBI north, they usually refer to that same fish as a fluke. There are several boats in this marina, so you could probably walk on any day of the week. I would suggest getting here before 6 a.m. Some of the boats leave at 6 a.m., but a lot of them leave at 7 or 7:30. So do your homework and see when the boat leaves and be here. My suggestion would be at least an hour ahead of time. All right, I'm going to put some music on in the background. You can watch as we ride out the Shark River Inlet to the ocean. Times vary. It takes about 10 minutes, but there are a few drawbridges that you may have to wait for. So the time might add up.
Holy cow, a lot of people fishing out there, huh? Memorial Day weekend, crowded on the Shark River. flat and not windy. Beautiful.
So about 90 minutes later, let the fishing commence. I'm using a Penn Pursuit 4 reel on a ugly stick medium heavy rod. Second day that I've used this setup. I bought it last week for another fishing trip. I'm not happy with the line, however. I bought some spider wire from Walmart, which I'll talk to you about at the end of the video. But it's fraying already after just one day of use, so we'll get into that later. And here's my neighbor with a doubleheader. He was an inexperienced angler, but he did very well today. He had a couple doubles, and you'll see he caught some more fish in a little bit. The two people that he was with to his right were slamming them all day on the jig.
Another double.
That's a sea bass and a Bergall. I think they were both short, but still fun to catch. Alright, my neighbor to the left, Pete, he's on again. He's caught a lot of fish today. Oh, looks like he might have lost it. The bite started out pretty good earlier in the day, and then in the middle of the day it slowed down a little bit. Could have been because of the tide. I don't know. The wind did pick up a little bit, even though it doesn't look like it by looking at the sea. The seas are pretty flat right now. The captain did drop the boat back a little bit, and we got into a better bite right before we left. A bunch of ling were caught, and I caught 2 conger eels, which are endangered, but they're pretty cool. So here's a couple pictures of one of the conger eels I caught. You can see they have some pretty gnarly teeth on them. From what I'm told, they are endangered, and the mate dehooked them and safely released them. But I did catch 2, and I saw a few other caught around the boat. All right, we're on our way back in. Got about an hour and a half ride. The mates are going to clean the fish while we head back. Check out the monster American eel that somebody caught coming up soon. Check out my house there. Just kidding. I wish it was.
Te gusta, saliendo todos los días con mis panas, fumando marihuana, bebiendo y pimpeando, jangueando. Yo sé que eso a ti no te gusta. Tú y yo, en la cama tú y yo, quiero hacerte el amor. En la cama tú y yo, quiero hacerte el amor. En la cama tú y yo, hasta el amanecer, quiero hacerte el amor.
Check out this masterful backing in to the dock with the tide running. you can watch as the tide's running right to left as we're looking at it here. And this is a huge boat, so this is not easy if you've ever driven a boat. Um, it's a little complicated when you have to take in the wind and tides into consideration. Good job, Captain.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Thank you. Nice meeting you. Yeah, come down. I'm here every weekend, man.
Hey YouTubers, Chris here. Just got back off the Captain Cal after fishing all day. I lost my hat because it was so windy, so there's that. I look like Don King, but it was an okay fishing day. The posts on Facebook the last few days said they were limiting out and it was on fire, which I believe. Just, you know, it's a story of my life. I was at the airport when my ship came in, so today was an okay fishing day. I had one keeper sea bass and I think 4 Ling. A couple were okay. So here's what it is. Let's hope the traffic is not horrible on the way home. So it is Memorial Day weekend. Take care. At least the rain waited until I got into the car before it happened. Had a little bit of shower activity on my 2-hour drive home. I referenced the new fishing line that I put on my new setup that I only use for one full day. I don't know if you can see it here, but the line was already fraying. Any line that came out of the reel was starting to fray. So do not buy this product. I got it from Walmart. It's called Spider Wire Easy Braid 20-pound test. Definitely not worth the money. I use Beyond Braid on my other reels and I would stick with that. So pay a little bit more and buy good stuff.